Marko and Maria. Marko and Maria lived with their father and stepmother in a house at the end of the village. They were poor and often had nothing to eat. One evening, the stepmother suggested that they take the children to the city and leave them there. The next day, everyone got into the car and headed to the city. Soon they reached a park full of happy children. The father told the children to wait for him there until he and the stepmother returned. Marko and Maria watched the children playing with their parents. The day was coming to an end and Marko and Maria were left alone in the park. Maria was hungry and started to cry, and Marko consoled her that her father would come. A gentleman heard Maria's cry and came over to see what the problem was. The kind gentleman found the way to their village on his mobile phone. Then the gentleman took Mark and Maria to the station and gave them a mobile phone. Using mobile phone navigation, the children knew where to get off the train. When they arrived home, the father was crying with happiness and the stepmother was suffocating with anger. After an argument with the stepmother, the father agreed to take the children to the city again and leave them there. The next day, everyone got into the car and headed to the city. They soon reached a park full of happy children. The father told the children to wait for him there until he and the stepmother returned. Marko and Maria watched the children playing with their parents. As the parents did not arrive until dark, Marko took Maria to the station and they got on the train. Even though the stepmother took away Mark's cell phone, he remembered well where he had to get off. But tired and hungry, Marko and Maria got lost in the forest and thus reached a house. The children entered the house and rushed into food, which was in abundance. Tiredness overcame them and they went to sleep. The door of the room slammed and the angry owner of the house appeared. Then the owner roughly dragged Mark into the basement and locked him in a dog cage. Maria was very scared when she heard the owner telling someone that she had children for sale. She quickly rushed to the basement to free Mark. She came to the cage, and just as she was about to open the cage, the owner came running. The owner rushed to catch Maria, but she quickly hid under the table. The owner grabbed a broom and tried to hit Maria hard. Maria ran, and a bucket with oil spilled over on the table. The angry owner rushed at Maria, but slipped on the spilled oil. When the owner hit the cupboard, it tilted and slammed on top of her.
Oh my God!
A frightened Maria could not believe what had happened. She knelt down, raised her owner's hand and realized that the owner was dead. Then Maria freed Mark from the cage.
Yes!
Marko and Maria found great wealth in the house, which they packed to take away. It was daylight and the children managed to find their way to the village. When they came home, they found only their father, who had been abandoned by their stepmother. Then Marko put a bag full of jewels on the table, which gave his father a headache. When Maria put a suitcase full of money on the table, the father wept bitterly. Father explained to Mark and Maria that they were now criminals waiting for trouble. And indeed, the police discovered the murder and the robbery and set out to find the criminals.